Okay. Let me know when we are live. Oh, we are live. Okay. Are we on all the ones? Okay. Okay, so I can announce it. Hey, welcome in, guys. Happy Wednesday, wherever you are watching in the world. I hope you have something fun in your cup or in your glass. Welcome in. We're live in my home kitchen today with a legendary guest, a good friend of mine who I adore to pieces, who's had one of the most thrilling and exciting full careers. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. He's going to join us in just a bit, and all I can tell you, it's going to be a wild ride. So if you don't have something fun in your glass, go get something. I'm going to put something fun in my glass, and we're going to get some deliciousness going. This is Maximum Flavor Live. Today we have a few of my greatest recipes of all time. So I'm excited to share those with you, and we're going to make them with this very special guest and some really fun games. I love having a blast. If it's not fun, then why are we even doing it, right? So some deliciousness, some fun games, and we're just going to have a great time here, live from my home kitchen. So I'm going to grab some ice and put some iced tea in a glass. That's it, right? Anyways. This is for Ron in case he needs it midstream. You might be parched. I'm going to do black tea. So anyways, today I think I'm going to do some organic black tea. Why not? Black tea is good for you. Anyways, guys, welcome in from wherever in the world you're watching from. Did I give you the can? Yeah, I did. I gave you the can. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. No disruptions? Perfect. Okay. Anyways, guys, today for the hey chef, welcome in. I love Zoo Miami. So do I. So I'm assuming you must have a hunch on who my special guest is today. I love Zoo Miami, and if you're from Miami specifically, which is where we're shooting from here today, Zoo Miami holds a very special place in the community, but not just the community. I think people come from all over the world to visit Zoo Miami for everything that this special guest has built. And by the way, our special guest today has been all over the world. He's been on every talk show. He's friends with all types of celebrities because he's dedicated his life to protecting life. And we're going to learn a little bit more about him in just a bit. But we're making actually one of his favorite dishes. And we're going to share the recipe so you guys can recreate this at home. But yeah, whether you're watching us in Germany, Alaska, or here in Miami, we're excited to share with you this Maximum Flavor Live stream so you guys can recreate it at home or save the recipe for another time, or you just want to chill and just watch us have some fun here today. But today's stream is also a little bit different because it's a two-part stream. If you're joining us on this first part, we're going to be cooking together and playing a few games, but then we're going to be going to visit where our special guest created all this magic for so many years. So hang tight. Today's definitely going to be one wild ride. Okay. So in the first 10 minutes, we're welcoming guests. People are trickling in. You know, that's how that works. Are you sure I can't offer you tea or water? How about water?
All I need from you is your smile.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So oven cam is working today, correct? Okay, because we are going to be going to oven. Okay. Anyways, how's everyone doing today on Wednesday? Are people getting ready for spring break, or is the end of February too early to think about spring break? Are we over winter and onto spring break yet, or are we really into getting that last bit of ski season? I know a lot of people that are going to get in that last little ski trip, get it in, you know, try to fit it in before we turn the page to the next season. As chefs, turning the page to the next season is always exciting. Spring is usually the best season for cooking. It means, you know, rebirth, the birth of so many fresh ingredients. Obviously, it's like the birth of fresh produce. You know, you get the beautiful lettuces coming in, the fresh herbs, all that stuff, beautiful vegetables, all the delicate greens, all of that comes in now in spring. So we get super excited. Actually, that should be the next chef's table, spring stuff. You know, spring is my favorite season. Yep. I think every season has its magic. Am I wrong? There's always something special about it. And especially if you lean into the seasons, you know, it's super fun that way. There's something special about fall and winter and summer, all of that. I think it's great. So. Hmm. All right. This is going to be cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Anyways, guys, for those of you that are just joining us, we're about to welcome in one of my very good friends who I've known for many, many years. And he's been a pillar of our community down here in Miami for Zoo Miami. But not just that, worldwide for what he's done to protect life, to protect wildlife. You might have seen him on all types of talk shows, Good Morning America, The Today Show, Letterman, all of it. He has run the gamut on national TV. And today he's going to join us to have some fun here in my home kitchen. And we're going to make some of his favorite dishes. But he doesn't know this, but we're also going to be making his wife's favorite dessert. So, Rita, I got you. What's everyone drinking this morning? I am drinking some organic black sweet tea. It has, sometimes black tea can have more caffeine than coffee, so it gives you that jolt without the crash, and it's good for you. Yeah. So, actually, let me get. Look, let's get some waters ready up here in case. I have a feeling. Of course. And there's a mango white tea. Why don't you try both if you want? Because they're good. Grab yourself a glass of both. And then let me know which one I should have after this. Well, I was leaving this open. Does anybody else get excited about trying new, fun, healthy drinks? Because I do. I get super excited of finding a great product that's good for you, right? And then when they actually taste good, I get very excited. I can't wait to share with you guys. But Specifically, for those asking, it's Uncle Matt's organic black sweet tea. Delicious, and it's great. Anyways, so the first dish that we're gonna make today, wow, super early stream, yes. Oh yeah, we're up early today to bring you this maximum flavor magic. But like I said, today's a two-part stream. We're actually gonna take a break in the middle because we gotta travel somewhere exciting. It's gonna be a wild ride, like I keep saying. And then the second part of the stream will be live, off-premise, out of studio, and we're going to be doing some really fun things in the later, part 2 of the stream. But anyways, we are going to make a dish here that's one of our favorites from our special guest today, and it's been, I would say, an icon at my restaurant, Chef Adrian's Vineyard Restaurant and Bar. It kind of put us on the map almost 19 years ago, and this dish, I would say it's a showstopper. When it used to come through the dining room in the kitchen almost 19 years ago, people would like break their neck, like, whoa, what was that? And then once people tried it, they became hooked on it. And so today we're gonna make it with our special guest. So again, I am so excited that he's here, and we're gonna show him how to make his favorite dish. So, and again, it's a few ingredients. You guys are going to be able to make this at home. And yeah, we're going to start. Welcome in and happy Wednesday. There's a bowl. Let me get a bowl. So for this dish, we're going to start off with what I call the most basic of ingredients, believe it or not, and that is salt and pepper. And then salt and pepper, you're like, yeah, all salt and pepper are the same. They're not. All salt and pepper are not created equal. They're not created equal at all. I always like to have a specific salt for its specific purpose or its intended use. So that's important to understand. And actually, we could have a whole segment on salt. But whenever you're crusting something, it's important that we think of using coarse salt as an example, not flake salt. So I'm going to show you here the difference. Flake salt, overhead. This is flake salt. It's extremely thick, and you would think this is great for crusting, but it's actually not. This is too big. This is great for finishing. Now, this is coarse salt. This is what I use for crusting. Very, very important that we know the difference. And those are two very vital types of salts that chefs use. We never use like that iodized table salt. That's never used. It's either kosher salt, coarse kosher salt, kosher sea salt, all of the above, but never iodized table salt or the flake salt for finishing. And we're going to use both today. You're going to see. We got an awesome recipe coming up now that you can do in 20 minutes. So without further ado, my very special friend, Ron Magill, like Mr. Zoo Miami, but to me, he is just a protector of wildlife. His message is so important for the world. Here he is, Ron Magill.
Oh my God, let me tell you something. First of all.
Stop! No, absolutely not. No.
The goddess of the kitchen.
No.
This is the goddess of the kitchen.
Stop.
I'm in the goddess's kitchen.
No.
I'm on the Mount Olympus of chefs. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
No.
I can't believe I'm here.
No, I can't believe you're here, because how is somebody like you here?
I'm here because, first of all, many years ago, I went to a little beautiful restaurant in West Kendall.
It's the middle of nowhere, guys, for reference.
That my wife heard of. That she said, oh, my patients are telling me this is the greatest kept secret in all of West Kendall years and years ago. I said, okay, let's go, let's go. And I remember driving up, I'm thinking, okay, this is a strip mall.
Yeah.
And there was like a Goodyear store here, and there's a little thing, fish store and everything. I said, okay, let's go. And I opened the door, and it reminded me of like, when Dorothy lands in the house and she opens the door and she walks into Oz and everything's in color. That's what it was like. No, Adrian,
Oh my
You
gosh.
transported me. You walked in and go, oh my God, it's this beautiful, intimate restaurant that was just so incredibly gorgeous. And I said, well, even if the food sucks, just being in this ambiance is fantastic.
Oh my gosh, Ron.
I'm not
Thank
exaggerating.
you.
I'm so excited. And then we sit down and the service, and I remember the bread. Oh, everybody was so good. And then they come out. Now, I'm a steak guy. I've always been a steak. And people always say, oh, Ron, you love animals, you're vegetarian. No, I love animals, but I also eat some animals as long as it's done humanely, sourced right. But the bottom line is, I had this filet mignon there. That first of all, was the biggest filet mignon I've ever seen in my life. It was the size of like a small bowling ball. And I cut that thing open, and it was just perfect. That perfect red in the center. And then I remember that beautiful little A on the side. I said, oh, look how cute. She does this great little A on the side. And every one of those A's is always so perfect. I don't know how they do that. And then I ate it. And then I told my wife, I said, we're lucky we're married now, because I think I'm in love.
Oh, Ron, this is too much. And thank you for that beautiful story. And guess what? That's what we're going to make today.
No!
We're going to make the filet mignon from Chef Adrian, from top to bottom, because now, you can make this at home. We're going to make it together so everyone watching can make it at home.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. And by the way, I have never done this ever on any platform, on any channel of any kind with anyone.
Really?
Only you. Yes.
Don't make me cry, please.
No.
Don't make me cry.
No.
Don't make me cry.
Guys, for those of you watching, you need to know that he's been everywhere. Like I had said before in the intro, Letterman, the Good Morning America, the Today Show, he's traveled every inch of the world. So whatever he says, when he educates people on animals, on wildlife, protecting wildlife, what animals mean to him and what they mean to this world, this is you couldn't hear it from anywhere better.
Yeah, listen, Adrian, you're very, very kind. But at the end of the day, we're all connected. I try to tell people that all the time. Whether it's the bees and the butterflies that pollinate the plants, that give us the food that we eat. Realize that 1 out of every 3 bites of food you put in your mouth is directly connected to a pollinator. Whether it's the coral reefs, that protect our shores, protect us from storms, provide rookeries for the fish that we eat. Whether it's the forests that provide the
Yes.
provide the medicines, and provide the air that we breathe.
Yes.
We may never see these things firsthand, but by protecting them, we're protecting ourselves. They're directly connected to our quality of life. Now, I always make people understand extremism in any form is dangerous, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. If there's a roach in my house, it's dead. Okay, I'm not one of those,
Yes.
let me get with the little roach. No,
Yes.
sorry. Wrong place, wrong time. But at the same time, we have to be humane. We've got to understand that animals they're just trying to survive.
Right.
And we're lucky here in South Florida. We have this abundance of wildlife. Look at this incredible day outside today. I mean, I'm looking up in New York where I was born, and those people are buried under snow and storms, and I'm looking at a beautiful pool and palm trees. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So live the dream, but understand that animals are directly connected to our quality of life. They have emotions. They have feelings. Once we understand that, there's that old saying that says, in the end, we protect what we love what we understand, and we understand what we're taught. I teach people about animals to love animals. You teach people about food to love food.
And it's all connected.
It is.
It is. So, are you ready?
I don't think I'm ever ready for you, but I am so excited.
So, this is the beginning, okay? The beginning of the filet at Chef Adrian's. This is a beef tenderloin, okay? Prime cut, as you can see. This is nice. The color is
beautiful.
Yes, it's a beautiful color right here. So the filet mignon at Chef Adrian's is not really what you would get anywhere else.
Oh, obviously not. It's the greatest filet mignon I've ever eaten in my life.
Oh my gosh, thank you for saying that. But what I meant was because of the cut, and what it is that it's a Chateaubriand cut. So typically you would never cook that type of filet, and restaurants don't do it because it takes too long. And they don't have time for that. And most steakhouses, even the high-end steakhouses, are pre-seared and they're sitting off on the side. And, cooks you order a medium rare or medium and they take off from the rack and they're like, that one's medium. All right, pull it out. And that's why you're able to have service or your dish in 20 minutes. But if you come to my restaurant, you're waiting 45 minutes because we're doing this process. But that's what makes us special. We do not season your steak until you're ordering it. So we're gonna start off by cutting and you're gonna cut this, by the way.
I am?
Yes, you are. And when you need to wash your hands after you're bloody, just that.
Perfect.
You can slide off.
Okay.
Because then sometimes people are like, what do I do with these hands? Okay, you're gonna cut about this much.
Okay.
So this is about 3 inches, generous.
Okay.
So you're gonna give me a 3-inch cut all the
Okay.
way down. You can
All
hold
the
it
way
together.
down.
Yep. All
Oh,
the way
wow,
down.
that cuts through like butter.
Yes.
Just right through like butter.
Exactly, and that starts. This is the beginning of a beautiful filet mignon. So, filet, beef tenderloin or a filet mignon is the most tender cut of beef, but it's also one of the leanest. So there's not a lot of marbling going on here. It's just tender by nature. So this is the little bit of fat that it has. In culinary school, they taught us that you always salt and pepper your steak. You salt and pepper everything. So you cannot just put salt. You cannot just sear it and salt it after. There's so many versions of cooking steak, and you'll see them on social media. You'll see them on TikTok. People doing reverse sears now. They just use salt. Some don't even add pepper at all. But fancy French culinary school, you salt and pepper everything. And no, it is not spicy. So I'm going to put this aside now. Put this over here. Step 1, a good amount of salt. That goes on first. And then
Now, is that any salt? I always
No.
hear sea salt. I hear different salts.
Yes, we were just talking about this while you were outside. Salt, the kind of salt that you use is imperative to creating a beautiful crust. So this is coarse kosher salt. Okay. And you're gonna do it, you're gonna do this exact technique on the other side. Okay, so here we have kosher. So I buy peppercorns and then I grind them, put them in the blender, and I make a little bit of black pepper at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that my black pepper is going to actually taste like black pepper. If you buy ground black pepper, it's been on the shelf of a grocery store for probably a year. And it was probably in a warehouse for a year before that. And God knows where.
Sounding more appetizing all the time.
So you're going to flip this over and you're going to do the same process on the other side. So salt, kosher salt. You could stick your hand right in there. Yeah.
Here we go.
These little
Salt.
dainty spoons are for nothing. He's doing a great job, guys.
They look good. And like that.
And then some
And the pepper.
black pepper. Yes.
Put that on top like
And we
this.
season both sides. When you have a thick piece of steak like that, you have to absolutely make sure you season both sides. And whatever's left on the cutting board, you're just gonna roll the sides. Whatever sticks on, sticks on. If it falls off, it falls off. This is extra stuff. That's it. Oh yeah, great job.
Sorry, you got me shaking. I'm so
Perfect.
nervous.
All right. So no, you're not.
I am.
There you go. You can wash up now if
Okay.
you like. Okay. And so now I'm going to put a neutral oil in a hot pan. That's back here. Okay. So neutral oil, and we use neutral oil simply because a neutral oil is going to have a high smoke point. We want to go real, real hot. So
When you
that-
say neutral oil, what does that mean? Is that
it's
canola
gonna-
oil?
It's canola oil.
Okay.
And yes, I know, don't come for me, seed oil people. You need a neutral oil, and when you're cooking at a high heat, you're not digesting the actual, like the toxic parts of seed oil. And like you say, it's important that you know where your stuff is coming from.
Yes.
Is it sustainably sourced and all of that? Don't go out there buying terrible products that you don't know how they're created or where they're sourced, but also know how to use them. I only use neutral oils when I'm doing high temperature cooking, which is what we're gonna do now. This is gonna smoke up. So now we're gonna take our steak. This is beautifully seasoned, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now this is gonna go in, and we test it by letting a little bit
Ooh.
drop. There we go.
Oh, that sound.
That's it. We're good. We're just gonna let that work. Here we go. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. We don't move it.
Okay.
So not moving it is so important because a lot of people get nervous at this point. They're like, oh, I don't know if this
I'm
is okay.
nervous.
Oh. They're like, I don't know what to do here. Should I be moving it? Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. It's fine. It's creating the crust. So now the juices of the actual steak are going to come out after that. This is why we need the actual high heat. High heat is going to allow that crust, the fat from the steak, the juices, the kosher salt, the black pepper, it's all going to come together, and it's going to create that crust that we're known for at the restaurant. That's pretty much it. So we don't touch it. If we move it around, we're going to create some steam. It's not going to be cool. So while that works, I have my oven preheated pretty high, 450 minimum, guys. We want it to be, again, high. So we sear it in the pan, sear it on all sides, and then we let the rest work to your desired temperature in the oven. So we're going to try to go to a medium rare to medium in the oven. So it's going to cook for about 15 minutes longer, but we're going to make a really nice accompaniment. What are your thoughts on bone marrow?
I like it. I know it's one of the most nutritious parts of any food. If you watch animals, the first thing they go for when they can, like for instance, hyenas are known for being able to break bone because the marrow is what they want. The marrow is the most nutritious part, and that's what they eat first.
Wow. So what can you say about animal instinct? You know how there's like that.
Absolutely. They know
it's a thing. They know.
It's survival. They know what's best for their health, for their survival. They know what has the most nutrition. You know, I tell people all the time, for instance, you'll see a lion and people say, well, they're carnivores. They only eat meat. Well, no, if you watch a lion make a kill, what's the first thing he does? He goes into the stomach.
Oh.
He's eating the intestines. He's eating the inner parts because that's how they get their vegetables.
Oh
okay.
My gosh.
What he's eating is an antelope, which eats grasses and leaves and stuff. So when he gets to the belly, that's how the circle of life works. You see, people think, oh, he's just eating the filet mignon. No, if you feed a lion just filet mignon, he's going to starve to death.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's the thing that we learn from animals. We watch what they eat, and that's what we can learn what is edible too. I mean, people who live out in the bush in the forest, they watch animals. They watch what they eat, so they learn what is toxic, what is not toxic.
Oh my gosh. So it's all intentional.
It's all intentional. It's all
That
intentional.
is crazy,
Absolutely.
guys. So I just flipped over the steak. You see that crust? Are we going to sexy cam time? Okay.
Sexy cam. I love it. Sexy
That's
cam.
sexy cam.
I thought that's the one that was on you.
Thank you, Ron. Oh my gosh, you'll make any girl feel so flattered. Oh my
look
goodness.
at that. Look at
beauty.
that. Look at that.
Look. So,
Oh.
while that's searing up, I want to know, let's bring this back.
Okay.
Who was Ron when Ron was, let's say, 15 to 18 years old? Was he always into animals? Did he know he wanted to be the greatest zoo guy of all time
You're being very
in
generous.
the world?
I will tell you, Adrian, that as a young boy, I was actually very bullied. I was bullied as a young kid. Yeah, I was very tall. Spanish was my first language. I grew up in a small apartment in New York City, immigrant parents. And when I went to school, I was bullied by these kids because they called me Lurch, they called me Magill gorilla, and they called me a lot of ethnic slurs. But I would go outside as a little boy, and there was a squirrel that would come and eat out of my hand. And this is a true story. This squirrel would eat out of my hand, and he'd sit there and he'd just eat. And as silly as it sounds, I looked at that squirrel and I said, that squirrel's my friend. He's not calling me any names. He didn't judge me. And every day after school, I would feed the squirrel. And then I got to the point, and listen, you should never feed wild animals. That's the wrong thing to do. But as a little boy, this was a bridge for me. And then I would actually feed the pigeons. And I know people say, oh, pigeons are just rats with feathers. No, these were birds that came to me, and they cooed, they ate, and they didn't judge me. And I knew at that time, I said, animals are transparent, they're honest, they don't try to fool you, they don't try to...
That's so true.
And I created this bond. From then on, I said, I'm going to work with animals. I watched a show on television when I was a little kid. It was called Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And I watched that show and I said, that's what I want to do. I want to work with animals. I want to be out there. And I remember people telling me, Ron, you live in a small apartment in New York City, immigrant parents, you better come up with plan B because that's not a job that you're going to be able to have.
So he set out to be the very best there has ever been.
Well, no,
yes.
No. So there was a gentleman on that show named Jim Fowler, who was the co-host of that show. And I watched him. I said, I want to be like him. To make a long story short, I met him about 45 years ago, as he was doing a national tour promoting the show.
There's no way. Then you would have been like 1 or 2.
You're a great cook, but you got to get your eyes checked. So what happened was, I met him.
Yeah.
And he became my mentor. He became the guy who taught me how to work with animals. He taught me most importantly, he taught me how to respect animals. He always said, Ron, if you learn to properly respect an animal, you should never be in a position to be afraid of it. And that's been my whole life.
Oh, and see right here,
Oh, look at that.
I'm searing all sides. So what we're doing is locking in that juiciness. Yeah, that's what's going on.
They don't get the smell in the stream. The smell is unbelievable. Oh, Lord.
There's the sexy cam.
Look at that. That is a sexy cam.
There we go.
So now you're ready to know what you want to do with the rest of the world. How do you go about configuring? Yes, we are. Yes. But for those that are inspired by your career and want to be the next one.
Always believe in your dreams.
Yeah.
And understand that people are going to try to shoot you down.
Oh,
That
yeah.
happened to me a lot throughout my career
Yes.
where people said, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But I think passion is what always comes through. I'm passionate about animals. I can't believe listen, if you had told me when I was that little kid in that small apartment in New York that I would set foot on every continent on this planet, I would think you were crazy. But yet I've been able to live that dream. I've been able to work with people. I meet such great people like you doing this type of thing. You never would have thought that working with animals would introduce me to so many other different factions of life.
So I just want to reiterate that he came from a small apartment in New York City from humble immigrant parents, okay? And he was bullied. They thought he would never become this, okay? To then stepping foot on every single continent on this planet.
Well, again, I pinch myself all the time. I can't believe I've been this lucky. It's one of those things where, I've always told people, when you get paid to do something that people pay to do,
Yes.
you live in a scam. So I've been living a scam all my life.
You have
No,
not.
I'm serious. Listen, I've traveled. I've been to Africa 53 times. As a little boy, I watched this on television. Oh, God, I saw it. We only had one little 12-inch black and white television set in our house with that little extendable antenna that broke after the first week, and then you put a coat hanger in there. You get better reception. I watched that thing. What would it be like? The first time I set foot in Africa and I saw my first massive herd of the migration. I'm 6'6". I weigh 235 pounds. I started bawling like a little girl. I was just bawling. I was so overwhelmed with emotion that I've been able to do that. And every time I've gone back there, it's the same thing. I mean, when I set foot on Antarctica, I thought I was on another planet. I'm thinking, how did you get to do this? And it's my job. I was getting paid to be there. So
Yes.
this is what's amazing for me. And again, more than that, it's the relationships you get to build. The people, animals are a great connector.
They
You
are.
gotta love animals. Animals and children, when you work with those two things, you get to meet great people. And you get to meet good people because what they do is
They
their heart's in
protect
the right
life.
place. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
what, to me, that's why I guess I've always gravitated towards you. And I don't have very many friends that I've cultivated like throughout my career. And you're one of them because it's just the heart that you have. And I have to share with everyone who hasn't gotten the privilege to have met you in person, but from day one of meeting you, you have the same enthusiasm from then to now.
But look what I get to do. Look what I get to do. I mean, even when the bad things have happened to me, it's worked out for a good reason. And it's one of those things where I've just been so fortunate. I can't believe I go into work and I get to feed the giraffe, by the way.
That's part two.
That's part two. Feed the rhino. Pet
Wow.
a rhino.
Oh my gosh. I've
Chef.
never done that,
Chef,
by
they're
the way.
gonna be living the dream. These animals are so excited. They're thinking, Chef Adrian's coming to Miami. Chef Adrian's going to feed us. Yes.
Oh
This
my
is gonna be
gosh. I'm going to put this in the oven. Well, because I have a couple of great questions for you. This is going to go in a very hot oven. I'm going to crank it up to 500 for a few minutes. And we're going to talk about bone marrow as well. But, okay, that's going to go into the oven. And since we seared that on all sides, okay, that went seared on all sides, top and bottom. Now we're just going to bring in that heat toward the center till we get to the doneness that we like. That's it. That's as simple as, I mean, our filet, it's all about technique.
That's what you say.
No, but wouldn't you say it's simple?
Yeah, watching you do it now, it looks simple, but
But if you skip any of these steps or you change them or you shortcut them, then you don't have this spectacular filet. So using the wrong salt, like you mentioned the salt, that'll ruin your filet. Not putting enough pepper, that won't get you the flavor that's like synonymous with our filet. So it won't get you really what you like. And when those meat juices start to run, that black pepper actually really brings them to life, really. And if you don't sear on high heat, you don't get that beautiful crust. You're not, sealing in those juices the right way. So it's all about technique here. So it's the use of the salt and pepper, it's the technique, it's the high heat, it's the finishing in the oven, and doing all of those in a symphony the right way, it comes together beautifully. So now all we have to do is wait. But while we wait, we have here some bone marrow bones. They're about 1.5 inches high. I like to use grass-fed organic bones, right? And we season this with a little bit of just salt, pepper. I got a little bit of onion powder in there and parsley. We're going to put that in the oven as well, and that's going to roast. This is going to go in the. You can also season this with whatever you like. If you just want a little bit of salt, that's fine too. But I'm going to go.
Whatever Chef Adrian wants.
That's going to go in the oven. Perfect. And I want to know, Ron, have you had any close calls with animals?
I have.
Really?
As a matter of fact, just last year, I was at. I've had several, but probably one of the most dangerous. Just last year, I was in Botswana, and I brought a good friend of mine, very famous podcaster Dan Lebitard, was with me.
Yes.
And we were walking through camp in the early morning before the sun rose, and with a flashlight. And we're in open camp, so animals can come through the camps all the time. And we're always inspecting to make sure there's nothing around with the flashlight. Well, we came around the corner to where the tent was to wake somebody up to get ready to go on the game drive. There was a Cape buffalo that was behind a bush, hiding in the bush.
Okay.
One of the most dangerous animals in Africa. He lunged at us, came to kill us. We had flashlights, and we had the sense of mind, myself and my guide, to put the flashlight in his face and then drop the flashlight so it went after the light. And it went through the tent, crashed through the tent, ripped through the tent. It would have killed us if it had gone to the left. Fortunately, it went to the right. It missed us by probably, I'm not exaggerating when I say 3 to 4 feet. It missed us.
No.
And that would have killed us.
And how big is this animal for perspective? For those of us that don't know.
Close to 2,000 pounds. The horns are this wide with huge hooks on them. I know people have been killed by these buffalo. That was a tough one. I had another incident in the Ngorongoro crater in Tanzania, where I was doing a study with elephants in must. A male elephant in must is an elephant that's having huge hormonal blasts. He's going a little crazy.
Okay.
So I was taking some photographs, and you can tell because they drain fluid from their side of their head. They're constantly dripping urine on themselves. They're just trying to announce themselves everywhere, but they're very dangerous. So I'm photographing them. We turn off the vehicle. I'm in a Land Rover looking over the top. I'm photographing, trying to do this study. And then he started coming towards us. I said, okay, we got to go. Start the car. And the starter didn't work. And
this is a movie.
No, this was, I have it all on photographs too. And then what happened was I hit the floor. The elephant came to the truck, and he put his tusk on it and started to try to tip the truck over. And we're going, and then stopped. I said, okay, stop. And then all of a sudden, I felt a shadow come over me. This elephant was so large, he looked over the top of the thing, and I'm on the ground like this, and I'm just trying to hold on to the base of the chairs because I don't want him to pull me out. So I'm holding on to the base, and his trunk comes over, and his trunk comes on the side of my face and just goes,
that close?
Oh, it was touching me. No, he's touching me. He's touching me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, nothing. And then all of a sudden, I felt the sun on my face again. And I looked up, and I waited for a few minutes. My driver, in the meantime, he's just praying in Swahili in the front seat. Just, I don't know what he's saying. And then I looked up, and he was just walking away. And I thought to myself, that's as close as I ever felt that I think I was going to die. And I didn't. But I'll tell you what, you never feel more alive than when you're in a moment like that.
Of course, because you were that close to death.
That was pretty close. That was pretty close. But the Cape buffalo
was the most dangerous.
Was the most dangerous because he wanted to kill us.
Yeah.
I think this elephant was just
sniffing you out.
He was
if
playing.
You were a predator.
He was playing with us. He was doing something. Yeah, I think he was punking us, so to speak. I think that elephant kind of walked away going, look what I did to that guy.
Speaking of those types of experiences, is there ever been one that you've actually had to second guess your career? Like that you thought, okay, no, like this is enough, or?
You know what I used to do? I used to work at the Miami Serpentarium in the beginning, and I used to work handling cobras. I did a show at the zoo handling cobras. I jumped on crocodiles all the time, moved all these animals. I realized right after I got married and had kids, I can't do that anymore. I think when
you're an adrenaline junkie.
Well, but I think also, I think when guys are young, we think we're immortal. And we tend to do things that are careless. We tend to do things not thinking straight. I look back on some of the things I did on my career, and I think to myself, you know, Ron, you're lucky to be alive. Oh. And the only thing you can try to do is pass that on to the next young guy to make sure he's not making the same mistake.
Gotcha. Oh my gosh. Well, while we wait for our fillet to be done, I think we have something that we want to play with Ron. I think we do. Swap that up for me. Thank you. All right, sound guys. And while we set up for a game, Ron, I mean, your story, we're just peeling one leaf layer of the onion. There's so much, because for those of you that also don't know, he's a mega talented photographer. And I want to know how, I mean, obviously doing what you do and protecting wildlife is one thing, and teaching the world about animals is one thing, but where did your love of photography come from? How did that begin?
That came out of necessity, because I was writing papers to get published in magazines and stuff about conservation programs.
Yeah.
I submit the papers, they say, okay, this is great, we need some pictures to go with it. I go, okay. I call the stock agencies, you know, the agency in New York, and I said, I need a picture of a cheetah chasing after a sail. And they, oh, here it is. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, how much is that? They told me how much it was. I went, what? I work at a zoo. I'm a zookeeper. I can't afford that. So I said to myself, I'm just going to buy a camera.
Yeah.
And I started, you know, buying the magazines, you know, photography magazines, Shutterbug, all those things that would give you little lessons and stuff. And I started teaching myself. And then I started entering some of these contests. And what happened was, you know, you look at these contests. I'm sure you as a chef too will look sometimes. You'll eat some food and you go, you know what, that's not so hot. Somebody might think it's great, but I could do that. It's not so hot. Well, I looked at some of these photographs. I'm thinking, well, I could do that. It's not so great. So I started entering, and then I started winning some of these contests. And then all of a sudden, I got a call from Nikon in New York. Nikon, which, you know, listen, ever since that song Kodachrome with Paul Simon, carry my Nikon. I always dreamed about having a Nikon camera. And so they call me a Nikon. They go, we'd like to see your portfolio. I go, well, what's a portfolio? I didn't even know what they were talking about. Well, just send us some of your best images. Long story short, I was one of the first Nikon ambassadors in the United States. I'm still a Nikon ambassador. I get to shoot wildlife for Nikon for all kinds of things. And it's such an important tool for me. You know, Adrian, if I had one wish, it would be to take everybody by the hand to go to the places that I've been to, because I know if I could do that, it would change their mind about the necessity of protecting the wild. But since I can't do that, the next best tool I have is a camera to bring them there through images, show them the image. I can talk all kinds of words and stuff, but until you see the image, how incredibly impactful these places are, that's what makes photography so important to me.
And I feel like, you know, as a fan of your photography and seeing your beautiful pictures, the way that you capture this is from a place of understanding. It's almost like if you can, you can foresee what the animal's going to do, so you've gotten these real special shots that maybe someone else who's a photographer, but not a real animal guy.
You have pointed that out exactly perfectly right, because you know what? I lecture about photography around the country, and I tell people the advantage I have as a wildlife photographer is that I'm a zoologist, I'm a conservationist first, so I know my models.
Yes.
You know, if you have a guy who's shooting models on South Beach, he wants to have a relationship with the model, so she feels comfortable, and he can know what she's going to do.
Correct.
That's the thing with my model. My models are the animals. I can anticipate their behaviors. I can be ready for the behavior that I want to try to capture, and that gives me a huge advantage. Plus, though I'm not patient normally, with wildlife and photography, I'm incredibly patient. Very patient.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, guys. It's time
play.
for Two Truths and a Lie.
I'm going to check on this fillet.
Two truths and a lie.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yes. I heard about this.
This one's yours.
This is mine. Oh. I think she might know already one of these, but we'll see.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to ruin this fillet here real quick, so I'm going to.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that.
She's a beauty.
You know, sometimes I don't know whether to eat your food or to frame it. It's just,
all right, Adrian, here's yours.
Oh gosh. Okay. I love this. Okay.
Okay. Ladies first.
Got
a confused look on her face.
I don't know which one I should start with. Okay. So let's say the rules of the game.
Okay.
First, right? So there are two truths here. I'm holding two truths and a lie. And Ron is going to call out whether these are truths or a lie. And we're going to see who the winner is. Same for him. He's got two truths there and a lie. And I'm going to say which one's which. So we're going to see. Oh, yes. Ron is so tall. Yes, he said he's 6'6", guys.
I have heard of Punch the Little Monkey as well. I just did a thing on CNN about Punch. Punch is going to be okay, so don't worry about Punch.
Okay, he's going to be okay, guys. That's the little viral monkey with the dog.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Adrian, do you mind doing an intro for socials? Look at the camera, say, this is Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay, sorry, guys. We're going to pause for a social intro. This is Two Truths and a Lie. Oh, my God, that's amazing to hear. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, I know it is amazing to hear because we, Punch, everybody's all, they're captivated by Punch. Sorry.
It is, but that's actually a very common thing that happens especially with
Really?
first births. Sometimes mothers reject them, but in the primate world, that little primate, people probably saw a lot of the, other primates kind of bullying him a little
Yes.
bit, hanging around. That's the other primates making him prove that he's worthy to be. And now you'll see that these primates are now starting to groom him and starting to affectionately be
Okay.
with him. Punch is proving that he's worthy to be in that troop. It's kind of survival of the fittest. Nature is not Disney. It can be very tough and very difficult to watch sometimes, but there's always a reason behind the things that you see.
That's comforting that at least there's
Yeah.
a reason. So, all right, so this is 2 truths and a lie. I'm going to start off by saying Chef Adrian's Vineyard Restaurant and Bar turns 18 this year. Is that a truth or a lie?
I would think it was older because as long as I can remember, it's the best restaurant in the world. But I'm going to say it's truth.
Oh, it's a lie. You were right, it's older.
Of course it's older. God bless America.
It's 1 year older. You're close though. But yes,
Oh, so you fooled me by 1 year.
by 1 year.
But see, I couldn't figure it would be older because you're what, 20, 21? How did you do that?
I'm
cooking
42.
so young.
I'm 42.
Lord have mercy.
I am 42,
God,
guys.
it's got to be the food. It's got to be the food.
No, I've been doing this for,
Oh, I
it's
know.
going on 20
Do
now.
you remember that you were my mentor when we won the celebrity
Yes,
cook-off at the
we-
South
I
Beach Wine and
know.
Food
We
Festival?
did, and we won.
And we won.
Yeah, we won.
You were my mentor. And we won the big muscular guy. What was his name? The muscular
Oh my gosh.
chef? I forget what his name.
What was his name?
Irving, yes, he was there. We beat
Yes,
him.
We beat Robert Irving, which I love him too.
And we
but-
beat the chef from the Gables, the guy with the mustache and the beard, and Suskin Allen.
oh my
Well,
God.
anyway, they were all
Alan Sousa.
huge chefs. I had her as my mentor. We won. I still have that trophy
Yes.
in my office.
Well,
It's
I
in
was
my
so
office.
proud. I was like, how did we win? I was like,
Because you told me how to cook that churrasco the right way. That's how we won. It was so good. It was huge.
It was awesome.
I'm sorry, I went off
no,
on a tangent.
No, that was great. That was one of my biggest wins of all time.
All
By the
right.
way, in my whole career, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's your turn.
Okay.
Please, while you're reading them, read all of the questions and then let Adrian decipher which is the lie.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought it was 1 and 1.
Oh, I thought this is your show.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Well, see, yeah, I should have known all three, and then I would have been able to guess a little better.
Okay, let's do this one more time.
Okay.
This is 2 truths and a lie. So I'm gonna read all 3.
Okay.
You're gonna pick 2 truths and 1 lie.
Okay.
Is that it? That's how it's done. Okay. Number 1, Chef Adrian was the youngest cookbook author in America. Number 2, Chef Adrian's Vineyard Restaurant and Bar turns 18 this year. Number 3, Chef Adrian was host of Maximum Flavor Live on NBC6 for 15 years.
I know Maximum Flavor Live on NBC6 because I was with you on a couple of those
Oh,
segments.
yeah.
It was great. Those were
Those
fantastic.
were great.
And
There's 2 truths and 1 lie.
I know. And I'm kind of cheating here because I know that one that I thought was wrong. I know now it's not because you're just too young to have a place that's older than 18 years old. But I know now because I kind of cheated.
I opened-
I kind of cheated. I'm sorry, but come on, look at her. How could she have a place that's more than 18 years old? She's 21. For Pete's sake, this is ridiculous.
I'm 42.
So, youngest cookbook author? I
In
guess
America.
there's probably some 4-year-old who did some cookie thing or something. So I'll go with that one.
That one is
False.
false. No. So I was the youngest cookbook author in America. Full cookbook.
Unbelievable.
You're right about the cookie thing and all that. But those kids have ghostwriters and things like that. That's different. It's not that they can't have a cookbook.
So it's the restaurant being older than what it says. Right?
Yes, that's the lie. The restaurant is actually turning 19. So got you by a year.
By a year. That's kind of
Yes,
cheating.
and I was the host of Maximum Flavor.
Yes, you
Live.
were. I know
That's
that.
it,
Because
right?
we're on the segments. So we had a great
Exactly.
time.
We had a great
Oh my
time.
gosh, it was great.
You, me,
Okay.
and Roxy.
You ready?
Okay,
And
now
we're going to be, you, me, and Roxy, we're going to be judging Feast with the Beast at the zoo
Feast
coming up.
with the Beast. For those of you watching in Miami,
Oh.
the most delicious event is coming up. And it's maybe the most unique that goes on because if you get tickets to Feast with the Beast at Zoo Miami coming up March 6th,
March 6th.
you're going to be around the animals in this beautiful setting. Miami's best chefs, restaurants. You get
Including
to-
Chef Adrian.
Yes. And this year, I'm going to be judging with Ron.
She's our chief
Roxy.
judge. She's our chief judge.
A chief judge, how exciting. Roxy Roxy Vargas from
Roxanne Vargas from NBC6.
Yeah, it's such
and
a
Lori
great
Jennings.
And Laurie Jennings.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a blast, guys. You know, come hang out with us, have some delicious food, and do it to make it count. It's for the animals, guys. Let's protect for all the reasons that Ron shared with us. We're all connected. We're more connected than we think. But, you know, have a great time with us. March 6th, Zoo Miami.
Thank you so much, Chef. Are you ready for my 3 now?
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. I'm so nervous.
When I arrived at the zoo following catastrophic destruction of Hurricane Andrew, I went to what was left of my office in the ruins of the zoo administration building and found a small antelope that had escaped its enclosure and huddled in the corner of my office. Number 1. Number 2, I met my wife in the hospital after I had to have emergency surgery for a crocodile bite on my hand, and she was part of my physical therapy recovery team. And number 3, I once took Michael Jackson and his children on a personal private tour of the zoo after the zoo was closed to the public to make sure there were no paparazzi around.
Oh, these are great. Oh my gosh. And I feel these are all close to the truth. So one of them is going to be a lie. I want to say the lie is the first one.
The antelope in the corner of the
Yeah.
station? You're right.
I was right?
You're right. Yeah, but you're right. It was very, because I found the antelope in the corner of another office. That had escaped. Yes, we found that.
See, the thing is, I know how he met his wife.
I knew that. Yeah.
Because I asked that right away. Because when you think, how did two beautiful human beings come to be? Well, I knew the story, and I had already read about the Michael Jackson.
Oh,
but
see,
that's
there
what
you go.
happens when you know each other for so long. That is great. Oh my gosh! But what was it like to find an antelope in anybody's office?
Well, you know,
what do you feel?
That antelope had been born during the storm. What happened was the barometric pressure changes so drastically in the storm. Like even human beings, if you're in your last trimester, the hospitals will tell you, listen, come to the hospital, be ready in case you go into labor.
Right.
So it was born and it was abandoned by its mother. One of the most famous pictures taken after Hurricane Andrew is me holding that baby antelope in front of all the just destruction of the zoo. So that was, you know, it was just one of those things where we bottle raced it and it ended up surviving, and they named it Andrew. It was kind of funny. So it was, you know, it was one of those bittersweet moments where you see all the destruction that happened from the hurricane, but at the same time you saw how nature will find a way to survive.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. And how was Michael Jackson? I know you probably answered that 100
No, but
times.
I got to be honest with you. You know, when I first got the call that he was coming, and I couldn't tell the zoo director. I didn't tell anybody. I told security I just need to have access to the zoo after the zoo's closed. My wife calls me and she goes, "Oh, Ron, you know, my daughter Alexis, she loves Michael. Let him come down." I said, "No, I don't want anybody coming down to meet him. He had been involved in some scandals," and I said, "You know,
No.
So I had a preconceived notion of who he was. He came, and I've had a lot of celebrities come to the zoo, and they come with these huge entourages. I mean, all their bodyguards and a bunch of people. And you know, in Spanish we have a term that says, "En su casa se conocen." Some of these people, I didn't even know who they were, but they all thought they were big stuff. So I'm expecting Michael Jackson to come with a parade of people. Drives up in a black SUV. He's in the back seat with his 3 children and just a driver. And as they're driving up, the windows are down, and they're all singing, "We are the world. We are the." I'm thinking, wow, this is okay. This is different. Nobody's wearing a mask. Nobody's wearing any gloves or anything like that. He steps out of the car. As he steps out of the car, his driver runs around with an umbrella to put over his head because he has vitiligo.
Yeah.
And so he has to be protected from the sun. I didn't even go to shake his hand because I heard he's a germaphobe. Don't touch him. And he reached out his hand. He shook my hand like a man. He said, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate you doing this for my kids." His kids came out. And the thing I remember most about his kids were how incredibly polite they were. Everything was please, thank you, excuse me. He went around, he was having such a good time. His term for having a good time, he goes, "This is so country. This is so country." And he did. And then we went to my office, and in my office, I need a photograph of you. I have a lot of photographs of people I've been able to work with on the wall. And he saw pictures of all these people, and he saw a picture of Sofia Vergara, who I'd done some shows with, and he goes, "She's beautiful, isn't she?" I go, "Yes, she is." He goes, "I knew she was. But the thing that was amazing, I'm sitting at my desk, Michael Jackson is looking at and as he's looking at everything, he's doing this. He's going, "Pop, pop, pop, pop," like he doesn't know he's doing it. I'm watching. He doesn't realize he's going, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." And I'm thinking, this is surreal. I'm sitting in my office, and Michael Jackson is singing and dancing in my office, and all I can remember are these scenes of him at like Wembley Stadium with 100,000 people going crazy. He was such a gentleman. And I was so moved by the way he was that day and how his children were with him and how he was with his children. And I told him before he left, and I'll never forget this. I said, Michael, if more people saw you like I saw you today, I don't think you'd be having some of the problems you're having. And he took my hand with 2 hands and he held it hard and he says, Ron, the problem is no one will ever know what it's like to have to be me. And I'll never forget that in my entire life. It really did. Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy the things that you have to like endure in the public
Exactly.
eye.
Exactly. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and they're bubbling from the center.
They're bubbling. This is the roasted bone marrow. I'm actually going to take your card right here. We're going to start plating.
Look at these cards. They
we're
even have the
actually gonna
Chef
do this
Adrian's
a little
logo
bit.
on them. This is really nice. Oh my God, these little Chef Adrian's logo. This is like professional, like they did on the Late Show, Johnny Carson, all that stuff. They had these professional cards. Wow, this is huge.
What was it like to be on the Late
On the Letterman Show?
Yeah.
Letterman Show was interesting. David Letterman was an interesting person because we were always told when we went on, do not talk to him, do not even look at him. He wanted everything to be spontaneous when we were on air. So he was not, whereas Jay Leno was the absolute opposite. Jay Leno would come into the green room and take pictures with everybody. And say, oh,
Really?
he's the absolute opposite. So it's very different characters. I used to think that Letterman was actually a little funnier than Jay. But Jay is a much warmer person.
And I would have thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, nothing bad against Letterman, but it was his PAs were very like, don't even look at him, don't talk to him, don't say anything until you're on the air and then answer. And as soon as your segment's done, you go off. So, yeah.
Okay, I would have never thought. Oh my gosh. Right now, we've actually let our filet rest, which is very important.
My wife tells me that all the time. I always want to eat it when it comes out of the oven. She says,
No,
you gotta let it rest.
You gotta let it rest.
I go, "It's-
And we roasted it, as you can see here. Let me see if they can see this. There's a riser here.
Yeah.
And that's because if we put this, like in the pan straight into the oven, like if the filet was actually just directly touching the
I'm
sheet
going to
pan,
Amazon as soon as I get home buying one of those babies.
you could buy them any size. What would happen is you would steam the bottom. So you need that air to circulate throughout so that it sears it the right way. That finishing in the oven is important, right? So now that it has set, that means all the juices that were pretty much, like in the center, by searing the top, the bottom, all around it, it's going to the center. So here we try to go for a medium rare because
So
I
how
know you
long
like
was it in
medium.
there? How long was it in there?
About 5 to 7 minutes.
Really?
Yes. And
No, I like medium rare. I
no,
like that.
you like medium, but
Yeah.
this might be a little under because for camera purposes, we don't want this to look real dark on here. We want people to be able to appreciate the crust throughout. So if I was serving this at the restaurant, I'd finish it with a little bit of white truffle, and it has to be white truffle, not black truffle.
Okay.
That's just going to go a little bit over the top. And if you're at home and you're garnishing now here I'm not going to put the A, but I would put the A, and at my restaurant I would sign every dish on the side with the letter A, and
It's
that
the
was
best. It's the absolute. I love that part. It's always perfect. It's a perfect
well,
name.
it was just my way of signing off the dishes because as they would go out of the pass, it was just I inspected every dish and it's suitable for a guest to enjoy. So
Special.
now I'm actually going to grab a small spoon here. We're going to serve this with a little bone marrow on the side. And I'm going to teach our viewers how to actually enjoy that. I'm going to grab a specific type of spoon for this. Bone marrow is loaded with umami, which is what you find in truffle oil and or meat juices. All that stuff makes us really salivate. I don't know, do we want to get a beauty shot of this first or no?
Well, this is a nice camera setup. Wow.
Well, but you see the coloring, that's why.
Yeah.
You see how it's on the darker side, so that's why we want to have the contrast when we open. Hopefully,
Nice
there's.
pink red.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if I'm enjoying this, I would get this little spoon right here. Okay. This is the bone marrow. So you guys see. This is like butter. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the side. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to use a different knife. Actually, no, let's not cut it all the way. I'm going to give you, I know you have a lunch to go to, but I would love it if you can do the honors.
I have to go to lunch just to talk to somebody. I don't have
Okay.
to.
Just do the honors to slice it down the middle.
Down the middle. Okay.
Let's move that time. Like we don't even need this anymore.
Here we go. Oh, it's like going through like butter. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Look at this.
That is a perfect medium
I
rare.
am living the dream. I am living the dream.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yes.
is gorgeous.
So that's how you guys,
That's how you make the Chef Adrian's signature. Well, it's what we call the 5-diamond fillet. It's 3 inches tall. It's seared on all sides, high heat, salt, pepper, finished in the oven. That's what we call a classic French fillet. The trick is you start with the cut that's a center cut of the actual beef tenderloin, known as the Chateaubriand.
I'm going home. I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
You can make this at home now.
I'm going to. I'm going to. No, absolutely. I'm going to
Wasn't it
go to
easy?
Amazon, buy these fancy little trays and stuff, and I'm going to get all this stuff.
Okay, see, it's easy, guys. I always say, if I can do it, you can do it.
Horse salt.
Yes, kosher, coarse salt, because that's how you
Okay.
make that
Okay.
crust. So now, when I open it, if I wanted to, I'd finish that center with a little bit of flake salt, because the center doesn't have, obviously, any
Right.
seasoning. But yeah, and then if I'm eating this at a fancy, in a fancy time, I would spread that bone marrow right onto it, you know. Anyways, I am going to cut you a little piece of that crust. Okay. Here we go. With a little bit of that bone marrow. Just. Let's have a little bit of, let's get him a bottle of water on the side just in case. Because his mouth is going to, here we go.
Salivate.
Here we go. He's going to try. No. He's too much. He's too much. But now he's my height, though.
Oh my
There you
God,
go.
that is so delicious.
No.
And it literally melts in your mouth.
Well, that's the important part of, I'm going to try, of sourcing a good,
Oh my God.
that's your water.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's great.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh
that's
my
good.
goodness. Oh, chef, you are a goddess.
No.
You're the goddess of the kitchen. You are.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
thank you, Ron.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, such a great time having you. Are we gonna? Is it?
Uh-oh, looks like
Headbands?
more game time.
Yes.
Yes, we are on to our next game.
Okay.
Our next game of the day is we are going to be playing headbands.
Oh,
Okay?
Hey, Chef and Ron. Glad to see this collab happening. Ron, you've had an amazing career, and we applaud you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Thank you. I've had amazing people around me.
Oh.
I've been in the right place at the right time, but thank you very much.
No, your talent speaks for itself, and your passion and your determination.
Let's
and-
talk about cooking, chef. This is great. Look at this. This is the headband game here. This is great.
Here you go.
There we go.
Take this, take this.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we
Oh.
So,
Oh my goodness.
okay. So, for this game, okay,
I'll get down low so you can put it on there, huh?
yeah, please.
Yeah, I got
So for this game, how it's going to work is we're going to be putting the headband on you.
Okay.
You are allowed to ask yes or no questions.
Okay.
If the answer to your question is yes, you can keep asking questions. If it's no, we'll pass to the next person. Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
So first category of the day is we are going to here take this real quick. Thank you. First category of the day, we are going to be giving you animals.
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 Okay.
Okay. You can see Adrian's. It's fine. Just can't see
Okay.
yours.
Okay.
Here you go, Adrian. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So, gonna look at each other.
Can you guys please make sure that you also are looking at the camera so the camera
Okay,
can see?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So
I'm
memorize
ready.
what you guys
I
are.
got it. I know what it is. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let ladies go first.
Okay. So
You gotta tell me what I have on my head, huh?
I'm going to ask about my animal, right?
She
Okay.
asked about her one, yeah.
Okay. Is my animal big or small?
Small.
Yes or no questions.
Oh, you blew it already.
Oh!
Yes or no questions. Yes or no
Okay,
questions.
yes or no?
Okay.
My animal is small.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, my animal is a vegetarian.
Nope.
Oh. Okay, so now it's
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Is my animal a mammal?
no.
Okay, next.
Okay, is my animal a mammal?
Yes.
Okay. Is my animal wild altogether or can be a pet?
That's not a yes or no. That's not a yes or
wait,
no,
that's
chef.
right. Can my animal be a pet?
Yes.
Small mammal could be a pet. Ooh. Does my animal have paws? Wait,
I'm
does
gonna give you a yes on that.
you're gonna give me a yes? What the, okay. Because that was like in question, does my animal have hands?
No.
Okay.
Does my animal a reptile?
No.
Oh my God, it's got to be a bird then. Okay. Next. Oh, for 2.
Oh, is my animal a bird?
No.
Oh, I don't.
You already asked that question.
Oops.
You already asked if it's a
That's
mammal.
right.
Okay, so now, is my animal a bird?
Yes.
Is it a bird of prey?
No. It could be.
I suck at this game.
No.
It could be.
It could be actually, but I
A
don't
bird of
think
prey
it
is
is.
talons that hunts other animals.
Ooh, we would have to look that up because I've seen this bird in that mode, but I don't think it does that by nature.
Okay.
Oh. It's not.
Not the
okay.
bird of prey. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, for 3. Go ahead.
Does my animal climb high?
No.
Could be a pet.
Is my animal colorful?
No.
Oh, for 4.
Is my animal colorful?
No.
Um,
No, you got to know. I'm going
Yeah, I
next.
know.
Oh, okay. Is my animal large?
yes.
Is my animal able to fly?
No.
Is my animal?
And that's actually like the key. It's a bird.
I
Oh, no.
Is my animal an ostrich?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, for 4, but he comes through in the end, baby.
Yes! Come on. I feel like we're
Okay,
on
I'm gonna
an
give
uneven playing field.
I'm gonna give you a hint on yours. Ready?
Okay.
Sonic.
A hedgehog?
Yes! Look at that. We
I
would have
would
won
have
10,000.
never gotten this. Oh.
Just give me the pictures.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, there was never a chance. Video game chef. That's right. We played video games before. Oh my. Okay. Photo.
Let me get your pictures real quick.
Oh.
Sorry about this. We're gonna go to our next round.
Oh, we got another round
That's
of these.
fun.
We got
funny.
3 rounds of this.
Now she's probably gonna put up like food. And I'll
You mind,
lose this
Ron? You
food.
mind bending down a little bit?
Oh, yes.
Sorry,
There you go.
Ron, this one's yours.
That's hilarious.
Adrian, this one's yours. So, sorry about that.
Okay.
So, our category now is proteins. We are going to be playing proteins.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Ron, since you won, you may start.
No, all ladies are always first.
Oh, well, thank you, Ron. This is good. Oh, okay. Is my protein red?
No.
Ah, we started off well. Okay.
Is my protein red?
No. Is my protein something that you eat well done?
No. Well, I'm not a cook. Yeah.
Okay, something that you would eat like well cooked versus, oh no, I can't do yes or no. Let me rephrase that. Is my protein.
Put it this way. It needs to be cooked, so I'm going to give you a yes. It needs to
Okay,
be
yes.
cooked first,
Okay, all right. It's not a medium rare.
Right.
No, got you.
There you go.
Okay. Is my protein large?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is my protein a fish?
Yes.
Oh, this is huge. Is my protein a saltwater fish?
Can be.
Is my protein
not-
salmon?
So I'm gonna give you-
Is it
yes!
salmon? Yes! Yes! 2 for 2, baby. He starts slow, but he
Two.
comes in strong.
2. Okay, we have a winner.
Okay, guys. We
That
have
is-
one more round for you guys.
Okay. Oh, wait, we didn't even guess what yours was. Okay, ready?
Sorry about that.
Kentucky.
Chicken.
That was good.
We'd be good.
That would be, that's good.
Rotisserie chicken.
Oh,
Yeah, so yeah, you need to cook it, but I don't like it when it's too cooked and it's
yeah.
dry.
But no, yes, that would have to be well done.
Yes.
That
Yes. So I want it to be fair.
was, thank you. That
Hey,
was-
guys.
There
Ron,
we go. Down again and
He
go.
gets
can you
knighted
straighten it
again.
out for me real quick?
Which way? This way?
Yeah, that way.
There we go.
Perfect, right there. Thank you. Okay. I'm just gonna let you guys take a guess at what the category is.
Okay, I know what it is already. Ladies first.
Okay.
Look at the camera, please. The category is Miami staples.
Miami Staples. Oh. Is this a stadium?
No. It's better than that.
Okay. Yours.
Is mine an attraction?
It's better than that. Yes.
Listen. Yours is Chef Adrian.
And yours is Zoo Miami.
There we go. I knew it because this is the best restaurant on the planet.
Oh, my
It's on the
goodness.
planet.
And
Okay?
this is the best zoo on the
This is
planet.
a given. I'm not going
Oh
to
my
play
gosh.
this game because
We're-
this is not even worth playing this because that's the best. Chef Adrian's.
Oh,
is
Ron,
the
you're
best.
amazing. You're amazing. Thank you. This
All right,
guys, this was headbands
That was fun.
with Ron Magill. That was way too good. Speaking of way too good, we had.
Do you want me to just die and go to heaven? Is that what it is? Because
That's so funny. We made a fillet, right? But I think that we can maybe steer you from fillets.
well, the ribeye is the best, but you don't do that every night.
We do now.
You do now?
We do now. Ribeyes are, to me, in my opinion, really the royalty of beef.
Me too. The
Oh,
flavor,
okay.
The flavor.
So everything, the
Yeah.
marbling,
Yeah.
the flavor, all of it. So we're gonna make a ribeye. This is a boneless at the restaurant. We have it with bone, but you know, it's not every day that you at your house really go and buy an enormous tomahawk and all that. So to be user friendly, pretty much, we're going to make a 16-ounce boneless prime ribeye. We're gonna make it at home here, so you guys can recreate this ribeye magic at home. Anyways, we're gonna start off here with a ribeye. Now the difference is, actually I'm gonna heat up my oven to high heat again as well, 500 degrees. And you're gonna season up the ribeye for me as well. I'm gonna heat up a skillet with
More.
neutral oil as well, again. And with a ribeye, the difference is, since we have so much more fat than a fillet, we want to create a caramel, so to speak, as the fat renders out. So fat and sugar make a caramel.
Oh.
Butter, sugar is caramel, right? So we're going to start off with this beautiful cut of beef. You're going to season with a coat, and this time we're only going to season one side because our ribeye is thinner than our 3-inch tall fillet. So
Season that?
brown sugar goes in first,
Oh my God, brown.
and you want to be generous.
Yeah,
Just
I will. I will be. I will be very generous.
generous.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Good Lord.
That's it. Perfect. Now, rub that up. Just make it even. And whatever comes off, let it come off. Because then we got to put salt and pepper. So here we go. So like this, let that slide off.
Oh, okay.
So that means that whatever was supposed to land on there is there.
Okay.
Okay. Next, your coarse kosher salt.
Let me wash my hands before I put my
Yep.
hand
Here we
in.
go. There we go. Coarse kosher salt. Again, super generous with it. Awesome. That's beautiful. And you're going to do the same thing. Yep. That is beautiful. Next, you're going to hit it with the black pepper. Yes.
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 Perfect. All right. So while you wash up, I'm going to go back here.
Okay.
We got this hot pan. As you see, it's pretty much smoking. And I'm going to, that seasoning side down. We're going to do the same thing as the filet. We're not going to touch it. Okay. We are not going to touch it. And I'm going to clean up this area in, there we go. That is perfect. Okay, so, oh, there's my bowl. This is going to sear up pretty fast because since this has the nice fat on it, and that's the characteristic of a ribeye, it's going to melt pretty quick once it hits that high heat. There we go. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to flip this over. Oh,
Look at that.
look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, now, oops, whoa, that could have been dangerous, by the way. That could have caused a flame. Okay, so now we're going to put some thyme right over the top, and that's going to go into the oven.
Oh, with the timer already on there, huh?
That's it. That's how, now 10 minutes, pretty much. We're going to set this aside, and I'm actually going to open that fridge right behind you, so I'm going to come around, and I'm going to take out some
Wow, look
eggs.
at that fridge. Look how perfect everything
It
is
is
in
not,
my
it is
gosh.
not perfect. We are going to make Rita's bread pudding. Ready? I'm going to crack some eggs and you're going to whisk.
there. Okay.
Okay. We're going to crack 6 eggs. And we're going to make this for this size. But guys, we have the recipe in the chat. If we could drop the recipe in the chat. Oh, I cracked that one with my hand. Guys, this is one of my this one's frozen, favorite bread puddings because it's rich, but when you pop into the blueberry, that mixture of the acid is fantastic. Perfect. Just put those right here for me, and then the blueberries as well. Okay. All right, and then bring me the heavy cream if you can. Okay, thank you. And then I'm gonna need one of those aluminum pans. Perfect, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna rinse these real quick. We're gonna rinse the blueberries. Perfect. I love when the blueberries cook and they just pop in contrast with the condensed milk and the heavy cream. Well, you're gonna whisk this for me, if you don't mind. And I'm going to shred up croissants. Now, bread puddings typically, you know, they make them with day-old bread. They make them with stale bread. They make them with white bread. No, we make ours with croissants, guys, because you have to. Because you absolutely have to make them because you're already starting with a great foundation. Do you make scrambled eggs at home?
Yes.
I could tell, because your eggs are already scrambled. Usually when I cook with somebody and I tell them to whisk the eggs, they don't even know how to break down the yolk. You're already good. So you're gonna open that heavy cream. and you're going to put in about half of that. Hold on, let me open this
Oh,
part.
sorry about that.
Sorry about
Half
that.
of this?
Yeah, about half. And as far as bread pudding, guys, it's very forgiving. So once you make your custard base, you're good. You know, that's what's wonderful about it.
Do I whisk that too?
Yep, exactly. And then you're going to throw in your condensed milk. Now, we could use just regular granulated sugar, but no. Like, it's better. Trust me, it is way better to use condensed milk. It adds for that mouthfeel, that luxurious texture. Yep. Oh, yeah. That is perfect. Awesome.
Obviously, very low calorie.
Oh, yeah. It's very low calorie, guys. Very low calorie. You're good.
Okay.
Good with that. I'm going to dump this over here. Okay. So now, I'm going to make sure that I have about these, I would say, half-inch torn pieces. Okay. It's going to look like this. Now, you've got to buy a nice quality, pure vanilla extract. You cannot skimp on the good products. That's what makes this bread pudding so good. So look, if you guys can see, this is the one I buy here for home. It's called Nielsen Macy, and we want about a tablespoon's worth. Okay, which is the tablespoon. Let me see how this smells. Oh yeah, a little bit more as well. Here we go. Now I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of salt. And while you
Salt?
mix, yeah,
Wow.
salt makes everything. I'm going to get some cinnamon. Salt makes everything taste really, really good.
I
Cinnamon.
would never have thought you would put salt in the bread pudding.
Oh yeah. I am looking for cinnamon here. Be back in 1 second. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, perfect. So this will not taste like cinnamon by any stretch, but cinnamon and blueberries are actually a match made in heaven. You would never think. Okay, so now you're going to pour that mixture into the croissants.
Wow.
Just pour that right in. Oh, so perfect. Now I have grass-fed, unsalted butter right here. If you guys can see, this is the brand I buy, but you don't have to use it. And what I'm going to do here is take out, I would say this is about 2 tablespoons worth. And I'm going to just rip this into it. And while this is baking, this butter is just going to melt into this mixture. Yeah. It's just.
How do you stay looking like that making this food?
Yeah.
I don't know how
Thank
you do this.
Oh my gosh. Actually, one of those things that I can't resist, believe it or not. When, hold on, this is
That's a
smelling.
very long list for me and everything you cook.
Whew. All right, I had to check on that ribeye because that fat is really searing up. Okay, so I'm going to get a spatula.
So the ribeyes in there, is it on broil? Like a,
It's actually just on convection heat at 500 degrees.
good to know. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna mix this up like so. I'm gonna get some spray release. And I'm going to spray this baking pan because we don't want it to stick. And you're gonna, once that's mixed all the way, oh yeah, perfect. Rita, he's making you his birthday gift for you. So when we added salt before, the real reason for the salt is in any baking and pastry, any dessert you make, even a custard, a chocolate chip cookie, chocolate cake, whatever it is, if you just make a sweet dessert, well, it's monotone and you get bored of eating it. But that little speck of salt, believe it or not, brings every ingredient here to life. The blueberry, the white chocolate, the condensed milk, even the croissant. This is perfect. I'm gonna pour that right in. So this is what I mean by that it's forgiving. So right now, if you wanted to make it, let's say, more soupy, you know, you could add more cream if you like. If you want to make it more buttery, you can add more butter. You know, so now we're gonna sprinkle
Blueberries. Oh, look
the
at those.
blueberries, and you can put as little or as much as you like. I like to be generous with the blueberries. You're gonna do the same thing, but kind of like push them in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab this white chocolate here. And you wanna use a good quality white chocolate. Don't mess around with like cheap white chocolate, because white chocolate can be synthetic.
Really?
So yeah, you wanna get the good stuff, which is basically cocoa butter. You want the real cocoa butter. Okay, yeah, one of these will be enough. That's perfect. Okay, we'll just leave that there. And I'm gonna unwrap this. Okay. And I'm just gonna break this up. Oh, I love this.
Oh, jeez. I don't think people have any clue how much work goes into these dishes that you make.
Ah.
Really incredible.
No, this is so easy. This is,
For you. For you.
and you can mess around with ingredients in this recipe. So as an example, if you don't want blueberries, you can just swap out the blueberries here for raspberries. When 4th of July comes around, we make this red, white,
Red,
and blue.
blue.
Yes, red, white, and blue. So we add raspberries into this. So smash this up as well. Same thing that you did. Perfect. And, oh, beautiful.
Wow, perfect.
That
and
is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Two great words.
So now we're going to, even it out. So while it's baking, this is going to bake evenly. Make sure that one's submerged there on the edge. Sorry, stickler for details. Perfect. Now we're going to the oven. So what I'm going to do is make some room here. I'm going to lower that temperature to 375. Woof. Actually, can I get another pan? Because this is heavy. Here we go. Perfect. Okay.
Right next to the steak.
Right next to the steak. I lowered the temperature for a second. I'm going to clean up here really quick. So, Ron, I want to reflect back, continue while I have you here on your career. But actually, no. Let's take a second. If you were not like a zoologist, how do you pronounce it? Conservationist.
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 Yeah.
And America's favorite animal guy. Okay.
So sweet.
You're my favorite animal guy for sure. That's
Well,
it.
you're certainly my
There's only
favorite
one.
chef. The Mutual Admiration Society here.
Thank you. What would you be if you were not what you are today?
I mean, I'm what I am today is several things. You know, I love photography, so I'm a photographer. I love telling stories. I love being a storyteller.
You're the most amazing storyteller, by the
No,
way.
no, 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 no.
And
But
it's many different ways, not just your story,
I-
like through photography, through how you speak about animals, how you speak about your life experience.
You know,
I mean,
I would like to have been a teacher, I think.
you are a teacher.
Well, yeah, but I would like to teach children every day. I think children are my greatest inspiration. You know, there's that old saying that says, one of the greatest gifts that I have is being able to work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I work with them for many years. I've had many wish children that I've granted wishes for. That is one of the most rewarding, gratifying feelings I've ever had in my career. Is when you see a kid, and I've taken kids, you know, really fighting some serious health challenges, and I'll take them, you know, to go feed a giraffe, and you see the kid just start to laugh and giggle, and then I look at the moms and they're crying, and I'm wondering why they're crying, and they go, because that's the first time that she's laughed in weeks. And to see that, you know, to see that you can make a difference, there's an old saying, as cliche as it sounds, it doesn't matter what kind of car you drive, house you live in, how much money you have in your bank account, but that you make the difference in the life of a child.
That's
and
it.
I've had that opportunity so many times in my job because of animals, because kids relate to animals. They learn to trust animals where sometimes they're shy around people.
Zoo Miami is my favorite zoo.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going through a lot of
Yeah.
growing pains right now. We're doing a lot of additions. We just broke ground on a brand new hospital, $25 million
Really?
hospital. We're going to be expanding the giraffe feeding platform. We're going to be doing a whole new tiger nose-to-nose meeting type thing. So there's going to be a little growing pains moving
Yeah.
forward for the next year or so. But understand that the end product is just going to be out of this world.
What's your favorite animal?
I had asked that all the time. It's like asking me what my favorite kid is. But the bottom line is,
What's your favorite kid? Now you have two fantastic
two
children.
great kids.
They're fantastic.
But you know, if I had to choose, it's between two animals. It's the cheetah. I've done a lot of work with cheetahs in South Africa and East Africa, working with cheetah conservation, and a bird called the harpy eagle, which is the largest, most powerful bird of prey in the world. Everybody knows what the bald eagle is.
Right, I've never heard
You
of
look at a bald eagle. Well, a harpy eagle can make a bald eagle look like a pigeon. This is one of the most massive birds. Talons bigger than my hands, huge crest in its head.
Oh my gosh.
This thing, I've watched one flying at 50 miles an hour, taking a sloth out of a tree and just keep on flying.
Where can you find them?
Tropical America. Down
Okay.
from Panama, southern into Venezuela, places like that in the tropical forest. Just one of the most spectacular birds you've ever seen. One of my greatest wildlife moments of my life was going with indigenous tribes people into the rainforest of Panama and climbing a tree 120 feet and sitting in the nest of one with a chick. This nest is, you know, probably 4 to 5 feet wide, probably 3 feet deep, and I'm 120 feet up in a tree that I climbed the rope to sit in the nest with that chick. I had that photograph of me framed in my room to remind me of one of the greatest wildlife moments of my life.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of that animal to begin with.
I have to look it up. Harpy eagle.
Have you ever gotten to photograph it?
Oh yeah, I did the cover story. I did the cover story for Wildlife Conservation Magazine on the harpy eagle. So that was a really big thing for me. That was huge.
That sounds amazing. Oh, Ron, while we're talking about all the places that you've been, where have you eaten the best? Like outside, let's do two tiers.
You're going to say outside of Chef Adrian's is what you're saying, right?
Outside of the country, and then inside of the country, not in Miami. But let's start elsewhere. Best meals you've had in a different continent.
Best meals I've had. I enjoyed a huge ribeye, a beautiful ribeye in Argentina.
Oh,
that was
Argentina.
Just really incredible. We were in Patagonia just recently, and that was a tomahawk, and the thing came out, and it was just like, the waiter brought it out. He goes, you know, this is usually for two.
Right.
I go, no problem, just put it there. And he comes back, and there's just a little bone left, and he goes,
Wait, but you ate it? You ate that?
The whole thing.
Well, you are 6'6". I mean,
come on.
I get it.
Are you serious? The thing was unbelievable. So that was really, really an incredible meal that I had there.
So when they say that, like the meats of like Argentina,
the steaks were that was good. Now there were some places in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, is where the steak is really good.
Oh.
Yeah, really, really
so
good.
if you haven't been there, and you are a beef lover, a steak lover, you do have to go there.
And you know, listen, I've cut it down now to where I'm doing red meat twice a week max.
Okay.
But when I do it, I go big.
You go big.
I
You
go
do
Chef
it.
Adrian's.
You make it
go
count.
home. There you go. There you go.
Okay, outside of Miami, where are you dining to get your favorite food in the United States?
Outside of Miami, in the United States.
Yes.
I really, really enjoy. Again, I'm going to go to the steak again. People are going to think, "Oh, this guy's," but Daniel's.
Okay.
Daniel's. I enjoyed the steak there. It was very nice ambiance. There's a place in Chicago called Giorgietto's or something like that.
Okay.
That was also really good.
Really?
Really good in Chicago, yeah.
Okay. Chicago. That's where I'm from.
Really?
So, yes. So I love a good steakhouse in Chicago.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
quite a few.
There were quite a few.
We like our steak in Chicago.
And we're leaving
Looks
to New
like
York,
a
too.
Patagonia is so beautiful. Looks like a postcard.
It is.
Yes.
It is unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. Harpy eagles are from the Amazon.
Tropical forest.
Oh.
You guys you can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram, and I got pictures of all these things on there, and you'll see all that stuff.
Ron, what are your thoughts on Tiger King?
The biggest train wreck in television. What an absolute mess that was. What it did was it showed exactly everything that's wrong with people keeping wild animals in captivity.
Oh.
And the other thing it showed is that the bad thing about it was people looked at that and thought, this is what zoos are. That is absolutely not what accredited zoos are. That's the opposite of what zoos are. You never pull an animal from its mother just to take pictures. That was an atrocity. That guy is right where he belongs in prison. And I'm so glad that it exposed the horrendousness of what these roadside attractions are. When you go to visit a place that has animals, make sure it's an accredited place. Make sure it's a place that is living up to the standards, the gold standards that are put up by like the AZA, Association of Zoos and Aquariums. These little roadside attractions that say, come pet an alligator, come hold a baby tiger.
Yeah.
Absolutely the worst thing you can do.
Oh. Speaking of worse, have you? Oh, the real question has been, is, has he been to Peru? Best food ever.
Peru was great. I went to Machu Picchu, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And what they do with potatoes
Oh, yeah.
in Peru
I think that-
was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It's really good. My thing is, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not a big fan of like red peppers and spicy foods.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of that. I like the flavor of onions, but like I don't eat raw onions. That's
Okay.
not a big thing. But the potatoes and what they did with the potatoes, the mashes they made with them, oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, Peru is great for that.
Well, Peru has the largest variety of so many things, including potatoes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like
I
it's
just
the
remember the
capital of the
potatoes.
kinds of potatoes. It's not just potatoes. Like it's a million kinds of potatoes. So like for chefs, they tell us like, you got to go there. It's like going to culinary school all over again or rediscovering a whole encyclopedia of ingredients that you never even knew existed.
Oh, it was incredible. And the potatoes have different colors. There's like blue and purple and
Yes.
white and other unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, really fantastic.
Oh, so have you ever been, I'm sure you've developed relationships at the zoo specifically. So many years. How many? 46 years, right?
46 years, yeah.
46 years, guys. And some of these animals live for a very long time.
Yes, they do.
What's been the longest, like, animals?
Relationship that I've had with an animal? It's a Galapagos tortoise named Goliath.
Goliath.
Goliath is, and you're going to meet him.
I'm gonna meet Goliath?
I'm going to introduce you to Goliath later on.
Okay.
He's 135 years old.
Wow.
And he became a father for the first time last year. He's my freaking hero. He's optimism defined. 134 years and he became a first-time father.
Wow.
Life goes on, baby. I'm telling you, he's like I said, you're going to meet him. You can't help but love
And
him.
he knows you?
He knows me because I've been working with him for the entire time. He's the only animal that has been there the entire time I've been there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so.
entire time
And
I've been there.
okay, aside from Goliath, any other ones that you've had even years of relationships?
There's a chimpanzee named Samantha.
Yes.
I'll introduce you to her too, maybe.
Samantha.
Yeah, we'll go give Samantha maybe a couple of apples. She sees me. She doesn't like a lot of people, but for whatever reason, she loves me. I'll call her.
For whatever reason.
Well, no, we'll go out there.
There's
I'm serious.
plenty of
No, I'm
reasons.
serious. Adrian, we're going to go out there, and I'm going to call her. I'm going to go, oh, 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 oh. And as soon as she hears me do that, she's going to go, oh, 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 oh. And she has this wonderful thing, and she gets all excited. We'll do that when we go out.
Okay, I can't wait. So,
Yes, Mr. McGill, will cheetahs ever be at Zoo Miami?
We have
Oh.
cheetahs at Zoo Miami right now. So if you go to the Zoo Miami, you go to the amphitheater, you'll see the ambassador section right next to the amphitheater. That's where you'll see our cheetahs.
cheetahs, how exciting. Okay, so now,
Now that's exciting.
we were letting our ribeye rest. Exactly. We're going to finish it as well
With the truffle oil.
with the white truffle.
I'm learning.
It's just going to go just delicately. Whatever comes off, comes off. Okay. And now,
This chicken's amazing.
oh, thank you. Okay, so we want to cut against the grain. So we're going to cut off this little tip.
Oh my God! Look at that!
Oh, that is gorgeous.
You want to jump through the screen right now?
So we're gonna slice this beauty up like so, about 1/4 inch thick slices. You could slice this up. You want to continue this slicing?
I'm not very good at this. I don't have the hands of a
Well,
surgeon
you're
because
trying.
you make me so nervous that I get the shakes.
you don't have to be nervous. You've done a fantastic job this whole time.
You make me quite nervous.
Well, when you make this for Rita, you know, because now you can make
You see me
filet.
shaking?
You're gonna make
I
fries.
feel like I'm freaking out because I'm here in Chef Adrian's kitchen. I'm cutting this most amazing ribeye steak, and I'm trembling like I'm shivering or something. I can't even get the
Like
knife.
you're in
You're good.
like you're in a tiger's
Here we
den
go.
or something.
Now,
There you go.
when we get to this end here, I like to cut off this. You see this little piece that had its natural roundedness? This is what you call the fillet of the actual ribeye. So that's the rib eye itself. That's the eye right here. So this is going to be the actual most tender part of the rib eye. And then we'll continue to slice that up like so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
And it might sound kind of weird, but I love like the fat. I love
Most
the taste
well,
of the fat.
no, that's not weird. That's ribeye lovers. That's if you get a dry ribeye, you're already like that's a hard. You know, ribeye lovers, they love that mixture. Okay. So now I'm going to grab a dish right here, and we're going to put our actual ribeye on like
Gosh.
this, and then I like to put the ribeye, the eye itself in the center. Let me clear up the meat juices.
Wow.
Like a chef, we like to clear. Got to make sure that we clear the rim of the plate. That does not feel.
Do I have to keep just looking at it?
No, and then we're gonna garnish with. Let's see. We're gonna put a little thyme sprig there. I'm going to. Let's see. Let's do a little finishing salt around there. Okay, and now we're gonna try. Let's see. I think. Which piece do you like? The more on the well side, or do you like that real center piece?
I like that center piece. It's really good.
Okay. All right, go for whichever piece.
This piece
you
here has
like.
been screaming my name, actually.
That's like the most perfect piece to me.
This is.
That one. This one's. This one's screaming my name.
My God. This is unbelievable. I'm not going to lunch. I'm not going to lunch. I'm not going to lunch. I'll tell them I'll meet them later on.
Wow.
I need to be 100% sure, though. I'm going to eat this little empty soon.
It said ribeye is king for me. That's my favorite cut, right there. That's the perfect temperature. And did you see when you get that little bit of the brown sugar, and that? That's so delicious.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, taste that brown sugar. It's great. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Anyways.
Oh, chef.
Oh
Chef.
my God, Ron! Thank you for making steaks with me all day long. We're about to pull out.
Oh my God. Oh
We're
my
about to pull out Rita's bread pudding. Can you?
You guys supposed to eat this, or someone have another piece? I'm sorry. I hope I'm not taking your pieces. Oh.
No, you're so funny. Oh, I have some funny stories about Mike. My manager, Mike, is right behind the scenes there. And does he have some steak stories with meat juices and blood in it? He would not eat this.
What?
No. So, oh yeah, the stories are from,
Have you
those
lost
are
your
for
mind?
later.
Have you lost your mind?
It's a childhood trauma.
Oh yeah. Oh, we've got just a couple minutes more.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Well, since he's not going to eat it, I just.
but you're going to lunch. We're ruining his lunch. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're totally ruining his lunch completely. But we have one more game.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this game is called the I Can Name game. So you guys are going to be going back and forth saying I can name, and we're going to give you a theme. So you're going to say I can name X amount of this in 1 minute. You understand?
Okay.
If somebody calls cap or lie or I don't believe that, you can say any variation of those things. Then
that
we'll
person's
start the
gonna do it.
timer, and they got to name that many things. Then the goal post always has to be moved. So if you say, like let's say Ron, you say I can name
10 in a minute.
10 of this
goes
in a minute. She has to go
higher.
higher,
Sure.
whether it's 1 higher or 5 higher.
Okay.
But once you get called a liar, we're gonna start the timer.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys understand the rules?
I understand the rules. I don't know if
Oh.
I'm going to get this game, though.
Question, Ron, did you see that rare white Iberian lynx that was photographed? in
Yes, I
Spain?
did. I did.
Oh,
It's incredible. That
you
was
did?
on through National Geographic. It was pretty incredible.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Adrian, can you look at the camera? Say this is the I can
Hold on.
name.
Let's remove this. Okay. This is the
I can name game.
I can name game.
Perfect. Let me give you guys your first category. The
gosh.
first category you guys are going to be doing is reptiles.
Reptile.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
I can name 3 reptiles.
I can name 20 reptiles.
I can name 3.5 reptiles. I can name 4 reptiles.
I can name 20.
Higher than 20?
Yeah, I'm cutting it off. Man. Come on.
Okay, liar.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's start that timer in 3, 2, 1.
Red rat snake, ball python, Burmese python, Galapagos tortoise, terrapin, coral snake, rattlesnake, copperhead, cottonmouth, skink, iguana, tegu lizard, monitor lizard, gopher tortoise, red-eared slider, Florida terrapin, Florida cooter, American alligator, slender-snouted crocodile, Orinoco crocodile, smooth-fronted caiman, dwarf caiman, black caiman, saltwater crocodile, Nile crocodile. Let's see, I can do a lot more. Box turtle. Let's see, let's go with, I'm trying to, chameleon, gecko, leopard gecko. Am I at 20 yet? I mean, I should be
You're
at
past
20.
10
you've
over.
got-
Oh,
You're
okay, we
31.
can go on. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't embarrass the herpetologists out there. Okay, let's go with the, I said the anaconda already, but we can still with the
You're
the
at
mamba.
31.
Time.
31.
31 reptiles.
Okay,
Mika
now,
Sandra, thank you so much. Yes, we're going to add you on Discord. Oh my gosh.
so now the next category is going to be like cuts of meat or cocktails or
Well,
something like types of coffee.
Come on, reptile. So you had me at 3.5.
Oh, he's
John's
checking.
still eating
He's
over
checking.
there.
You got to figure out. Oh, they got it. See that's the best gig in the world is doing Chef Adrian's live stream because you get to eat the food. So what a gig this is. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. This is wrong. This is just wrong, man.
Okay. Oh, you're eating too. Yeah. Oh,
They're all eating. They're all eating.
is it good?
No.
All right. Mike is over here like, no.
Mike,
Perfect.
He's all queasy over there.
gotta
with
get
the-
some therapy, brother, because you don't know what you're missing. Gotta get some therapy, man.
The next category we have for you guys is kitchen utensils.
Kitchen utensils. All right, let's go now. Okay, we're in my wheelhouse. There's no 3.5 here, guys. Okay.
I could
Fire it off, Adrian.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I can name 10 kitchen utensils.
Cap. I'm done. I mean, I can't. Spoon, fork, knife. That's what I know. That's what I know. Spatula, maybe. That's all I got. That's
Oh
all
my
I got.
gosh, you're going easy on me. 10 though.
Come on,
Okay.
that's all I got.
All right,
All
I'm
right.
gonna go like you when you said 20. Can I add some rules
We'll
to the
go-
game?
we'll
Let's
go
go with
20.
20.
Give it 20.
Okay, let's challenge me. Okay, I can
20
name
in a minute.
20 in a minute.
Are you ready?
Okay, yes, I'm
Starting
ready.
in 3, 2, 1.
Cheese grater, tongs, chef's knife, bread knife, fish knife, kitchen bowls, strainer, colander, zester, juicer, cutting board, microplane, a grater, sheet pans, risers, whisk, wooden spoon, spatula, metal spatula, because one's a rubber spatula, one's a,
Oh, okay.
yes. Oh my God. Box, fact, like oh my gosh, it's a box cutter. That's for biscuits.
10.
Oh my gosh.
8.
9.
7.
Teaspoons, like measuring spoons, measuring cups.
21.
21.
21.
All
We
right.
gotta do editors. Find
Huh?
out if she said greater twice, but we're around 20.
Okay. I could have.
Okay, we've got
We were
one.
around
One more.
20.
The tiebreaker.
We've got one more.
KitchenAid, that's right.
This is the
One
tiebreaker
more.
right here.
Okay.
Are you guys
One.
ready?
Yeah, you know it's
Oh,
going to be
boy.
seasonings. Give me something like that. Yeah, I know. I know it's going to be. I know. This is okay. It's a
Ah,
spoon.
let's
It's all
hope
right.
this is a general one.
Yep, absolutely. Your next category is going to be countries.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Fire us off, Adrian.
Okay, I can name 10 countries.
I can name 15.
I can name 20.
Okay, Cap.
Oh!
I think what happens is when the pressure comes with the
Yeah,
clock,
you
it becomes
freeze.
hard to think.
Yeah,
so I
that's
think
what
20,
happens.
20 countries, you might have we'll have a challenge here.
Yeah, oh yeah, we are.
Okay.
No, we are going to have a challenge.
All right, let's
I'm
fire
gonna-
off that timer. Get ready.
Okay.
20 countries,
Chad,
1 minute.
Help me out if you see me struggling, guys. This is the thing. The chat could come in and help you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. That's what the chat's
They
here.
tell me
We're-
after the fact. Thanks. Okay,
Are you
go
ready?
ahead. Go ahead.
Here we go. 20
Wait, pause.
countries.
I have to check on
Oh,
Rita's.
sorry about that.
Oh, the red pudding.
Yes. Which, thank God, because while
ready.
we were naming countries. Okay.
Oh.
All right, that's going to rest while we name countries.
Okay.
And then
Are
we'll
you ready,
bring it
Chef?
back.
20 countries, 1 minute.
Okay.
Timer starts in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Canada, the United States, Mexico, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia, Brazil, Honduras, Cuba, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, the Virgin Islands, Kazakhstan, thank you, Italy, France, Spain, British Virgin Islands, Aruba, Barbados, Bermuda, Bahamas, come on, pretty mama. I can't. Russia, China, Japan, Portugal, Peru, Egypt, India, Thailand, South Africa,
Okay.
yes, Romania, Lithuania.
Luke Sweeney?
That's not it. That
Luke
is
Sweeney?
Scotland. Yes, we're in Scotland, the Philippines, Vietnam.
We're well, time. We well over 20.
Okay.
That's
Well
really
over
good.
20.
Is the British Virgin Islands a country or is it a colony?
I believe it's a colony.
It's a colony.
But well over 20
I
nonetheless.
was just throwing them out there to see which one would stick.
I stopped counting at 30.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations.
right.
Speaking
You
of
win.
those- Speaking of all those countries, why don't you guys name which countries that you visited that's been your favorite so far? Or which countries you'd like to visit? That'd be nice.
Ooh. What's been your favorite country, actually? That's a good one.
It's between Botswana and Australia.
Oh, okay.
Those two are just incredible. But Australia, because of the people and the diversity of things, was just incredible. But
They
Botswana
have
for the
beautiful
wildlife.
food. Australia.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, and Botswana for?
Just the wildlife.
The
It's just the wildlife and the landscapes is unbelievable. The Okavango Delta, you know, just see herds of hundreds of elephants. And I will never forget that. I've been to Botswana several times and it is incredible.
So, from somebody that has traveled all over to these long distances, and for those of us that are afraid to even take one of these like 6 or 7 hour flights, what's your travel hack? What do you do when you get on the plane? How do you prepare for these long journeys? What's it like?
Tylenol PM.
Okay,
I take
Thailand
a couple
or
of
beyond.
times because I can't sleep on planes, but at least gets me down. And what I do is I determine flights by how many movies I can watch. So I say, okay, this is a 6-movie flight because, you know, like going to Australia, it's like 30 hours
Yeah.
in the air. So I line up all the movies, and that's what I do. I watch the movies. And
Okay,
that
so
kind of thing.
movie lineup and Thailand PM.
And I get up all the time, like every couple hours I get up and I walk up and down the plane. Gotta get up and walk. I do. I'm so tall. They make these planes not for people like me.
No.
They've reconfigured the seats and you can't get in there. I mean, and I'm not really a fat guy, but I mean,
You're
I
a
get in
skinny guy.
and I
You're
gotta,
just
it's like I
tall.
gotta put the Vaseline on to squeeze my butt in there. And then the person in front of me is trying to put the seat back, but my knees are right up against the seat.
Right.
They think it's broken, so they're going, and I'm going, no, listen, but those are my knees. It's not gonna work.
They got to fly you first.
Yeah, that's
Only.
nice.
I know you guys
Remember-
have taken those first flights. I've seen it.
Well, I've taken them.
That's
I've taken
nice.
them for, like I want to take Rita first. We go to New York tomorrow to celebrate our anniversary and my birthday. So,
Congratulations.
we're going first, but that's when I splurge because it's something very special. And I've been able to use miles because of
Oh.
all the miles of traveling around the world.
Right.
I've been able to use the miles, so I saved those upgrades for that time.
Awesome. Well, let's bring out Rita's bread pudding,
Oh.
our blueberry,
I think
white
it's
chocolate.
It's Rita and
croissant.
Ron's. Blue,
Well,
Rita and
it's
Ron's,
Rita
right?
and Ron's. Yes.
That's what we wanted to hear.
Well, by the way, the thing was that since we were making this for her way back in the old restaurant, the team would be like, Rita and Ron are outside, but that's Rita's favorite bread pudding. So when we didn't have it as a special, I would be making it behind the scenes because it would be enough time, like from the time you guys sat down. They're like, Rita's bread pudding. So that became internally Rita's bread pudding. So you,
This is what I'm talking about, this woman. Every time you go to her restaurant, you feel like you're at a private dinner with the chef. That's the
thank
best.
you. That's the idea. So here we have that beautiful, like those beautiful croissants soaked in that custard that you made, eggs, condensed milk, heavy cream, vanilla extract, a touch of cinnamon, real butter, blueberries, fresh blueberries, and a high quality white chocolate gets thrown in the oven a few minutes, and that's it. There you have it. A scoop of vanilla ice cream,
Oh.
salted caramel over the top, and that's how you make bread pudding, maximum flavor style. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Oh,
This will stay
yeah.
good in the car for a few hours. You can bring that home. We'll pack it up for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, but Ron, it's been such a blast to have you here today. I can't wait for part 2. For those of you watching, please make sure to tune in. At what time are we going to go live again?
2.
2 p.m. Eastern time. That's USA time. 2 p.m. We're going to be at Zoo Miami to find out, well, to learn all about these animals, you know, be on his stomping grounds. And last question before we end the first part of the stream. What does retirement mean to you?
Retirement for me is just turning of a page. It's not going home and doing nothing. You know, I'm leaving the county after 46 years, but I'm taking a new position as a Goodwill Ambassador and the Conservation Liaison for the Zoo Miami Foundation. So retirement means for me more time to do those things that I really love, not the day-to-day going to 100
Right.
meetings type thing. You know, sometimes
Right.
we have meetings to talk about meetings. I don't have to go to a lot of those anymore.
Gotcha. Meetings about meetings. I
yeah,
like that. I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, so it's great now that I'm going to be able to really concentrate on my conservation work and to be able to go out and speak at schools and speak at organizations. That's
Oh
going to be my
my
job.
gosh. So we're just starting, like we're amplifying this journey is what we're doing, leaving room for the good stuff.
Yes, exactly.
And the tedious stuff goes away.
That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh. So this is probably going to be the most exciting era.
I'm looking
I
forward
think
to
the
it.
best is yet to come.
I'm looking forward to
for
it.
all of us. Well, we're going to be following along your journey. And I guess I'll see you later.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you for making the most delicious steaks with me here today.
You're the one who made them. I just cut them. It's unbelievable. God,
Guys,
it's so good.
join us at 2 p.m. where we're going to be live at Zoo Miami. Bye.